people in Congress, the people in government, I hope we all sent in, you know, a slip to our legislators, because we just want everyone to be heard, and I appreciate it. I'm glad if you hear me.
Thank you so much.
And your name, ma'am?
My name is Lenore, Ireland.
And may I ask a personal question? May I ask your age? You don't have to answer it. May I ask your age?
Oh, my age must be 16.
Nice.
No, I forget.
No, that's all right.
I think it's 87.
Nice. Out here occupying. Yeah. What
I got a question. I grew up growing up with a girl who has Asperger's. She's a mental challenge, and it's still hard for me to find the patience sometimes to deal with her.
Oh,
it's the wrong way to put it. But how do you build up patience with that, with learning disabilities?
How do you build up patience?
Yeah.
Oh, I feed a blind lady. I'm an assisted living, and I feed a blind lady. And when she starts,
oh, last night was it?
Kind of.
Because I know he was.
Kind of.
I know he was.
She gets cranky. She's very angry because she's blind. She wants to just die. She's 89.
Okay. Well, I have to check.
And I say, no, you can't yet. It's not a dying day. You gotta catch it on a dying day. I kind of give her a hard time. But anyhow,
Unfortunately, he came to my town last week, although I was working that day.
She has made such progress. Her family now comes to see her and sometimes helps. They'll feed her sometimes. They're giving her attention. They gave her a manicure. They do things because when someone helps, then others help.
So basically, you got to build a community of support for that.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I don't think there's a call.
In Ohio.
That's the big thing. There's another thing. Before I leave the table, when we're in the dining room, I whisper so everyone won't hear it. I talk in her ear. Because she thinks she's also hard of hearing. I doubt that. And so I whisper that I love her. And I do. Sometimes she racks my head, kind of, but I love her. In doing, you develop a love. And she.
So nobody is allowed to.
And sometimes she'll say back to me. She'll say back to me too. Progress is there.
I'm wondering, specifically, the reason I asked you to come give a teach-in is, as a community, I'm wondering how, were we to come across someone who seems to have a learning disability, what do you feel we should do in this community to accommodate their needs, yet also make sure that they're being taken care of adequately? Can you offer any advice on that issue?
I think that always has to be on a volunteer basis. I don't know that that's up to government, really, because the heart has to go with it. And there are groups that my son-in-law originally started a group. We have worked with them that these people serve these groups. They've had dances, and you should see them dance. These things can happen, but I'm not blaming the government on this. I say that type of thing is so much a part of your heart. The necessity is right in your heart. And so I look to you, all you people, to look to your heart and think, are you doing enough?
Well, in our society, we tend to think that people can just take care of themselves. And on one side, there's the fact of like, okay, individual autonomy and the individual's right, regardless of IQ or emotional intelligence, to be able to participate fully in whatever way that person wants to participate. But then, like, on the more, say, pragmatic and realistic side, there, and also community caring side, there's like, okay, what do you do to recognize that an individual might need some more help as a community? I don't know that, should a community such as this develop policies to help, you know, address when such conditions seem to be noticed, like mental health issues, maybe slow learning issues, emotional issues. Do you think that the community needs to recognize these issues right away and deal with them, or is it just too difficult to do?
I believe that as far as help goes, I'm not pushing for government help on that, but I do know a wonderful person that heads up one of our clubs, and that she has a son who just couldn't make it to any work facility. Now he's dog sitting, and then he goes to one of the Jewish hospitals. I don't know, it might be Montefiore, one of them. He goes daily. They have, on a volunteer basis, they have a class, daycare class, activities. That sometimes that's all you can give. Sometimes the level is low, you take what you got.
But do you think we still need government to enforce laws for people with disabilities and handicaps? Because if we just leave it to the church and the goodwill people, a lot of people fall through the cracks, as we see. You still need government, you know, to enforce people's rights.
Well, let's say maybe encourage it. Is there encourage it in some way?
The only way I can say bringing the government in is financially. Financially, give the group a hand. Right. Then let the government keep out of it, because those people who want to help, they know the needs. They'll take care of that part.
Well, thank you very much for your wisdom, ma'am.
Thank you.